everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we were at Candleth's camp here, working on Book 11. We had finished Chapter 6, where we went out and killed some Angmarm seekers and searchers. And we were sent out by Candleth to check on two places. The Erin Singor over here, back yonder where we saw the wood trolls at. And the other place we were check is Delisad, which is these ruins right down here in this pass. So we've got those two places to go. Looks like night is starting to fall. It has gotten to be evening with us here. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount up and as quickly as we can see if we can ride back over toward where the wood troll lair is and see if we can find this gentleman. Looks like Laventhyr. Alright, so that is what we're going to do now. Hopefully, y'all will be seeing this video at some point soon. I'm having a YouTube bug right now where... Sorry, suddenly had a message on my phone over here that popped up and distracted my attention away. I'm having a YouTube bug at the moment where I get the 95% processing bug, as in I upload videos. I've got 3 of them right now that are all hanging at 95% processed and then don't go any further than that. And that is, needless to say, most annoying as hell. I've been looking, trying to find, there does not seem to be any real workarounds for it or anything. There's a bunch of solutions that people give. Try this, try that. Basically, it just all comes down to keep trying to upload it until it finally, delete and upload until finally one of your deletions and uploads decides to process all the way through. God knows what's going on with YouTube again. The first time I've had a real serious problem with them for a while now. Alright, there's the Great East Road, so we have come a little bit too far to the north. Imagining up in this direction, perhaps, past this. I think this right here is the one where that wandering searcher or wandering scout got us that time. Is that correct? Is that got the 3 of them, including the one that wanders? It is indeed. So the... camp with the wood trolls should be off in this direction. I think we go past these falls. Yep, Erin Singor. We are at the Erin Singor now. Keep going this way. We'll come across that wooden bridge, the fallen log. If we ourselves don't fall into the gorge. There we go. Let's cross on across and then go back into it and see if we can find this Laventhyr chap. He should be hiding somewhere near the location we need to go. If I remember correctly from when I did this before with my dwarf guardian, there's like a cave ruin back in the back here that you have to go to. Pretty much you just keep following these trails because this dense forest that you see is much like the dense forest over in the Old Forest, in that it's a bunch of trees, but you can't go any deeper into them. It's supposed to, you hit an invisible wall here. The trees are too dense for you to go any further, so you kind of channeled along the pathway. That's probably the flag here for the Erin Singor. Yes, it is. Alright, let's cross and go on over the other fallen log. I'm afraid that we are going to get stuck down in here. stuck exploring all this after nightfall. I'm going to get on past the waterfall there because it is very loud in my ears. Alright. Is this the cave that we need to go into, perhaps? So I was thinking we're supposed to have... Ooh, an Angbarum Scout. Wow. Moldir, Calendeth has told you of 2 locations. Laventhyr outside the entrance to the Erin Singor. Consult them for guidance. Well, we didn't find the guy, did we? So we need to wander back out and see Laventhyr. I'm pretty sure this is where we're supposed to go. Because as you see, you got the Angbarum Scouts ahead. So it looks like they are definitely in here investigating the ruin. Investigating the caves. But we need to go out and perhaps actually talk to the scout. If we can find him. Alright, I'm going to wander around in this area. See if I can't find this gentleman. Let's see what this backpack has. Imagine this is like a crate type thing. Indeed it was. I am going to grab the copper coins. I don't think I have to grab... don't think I'm working on black ash. What am I working on right now? Forester. Expert, artisan, Lebatron. I am working on black ash. Okay, so that is good for me. We will grab the logs of black ash as well. Fantastic. And you need a mint. We're going to search around until we can find this missing elf scout. Who's supposed to give us information about this, and once we find him, we will rejoin you. And there's Laventhyr. Down here, as you see, what we eventually did, there's the bridge, the log bridge that we crossed. We were too high. We were taking the high road, and we should have took the low road. As it was, we just passed that waterfall you saw, came all the way back down the river, and here we found them. Boy, could you not even be bothered to go a little bit deeper in there? Finding the elves are elves are as lazy as the rangers are. It is a pleasure to meet you, Gnarlo, but it must be an urgent errand to bring you this far into the wild. I must confess to you that I've seen no sign of the ring you seek, but the wood trolls make lengthy exploration difficult. There is an unsavory air about the place, and the presence of an evil relic might serve as an explanation for it. There is a cave beneath Erin Singor called Bar-e-Takir, and I believe that the unpleasant air that hangs over the land here comes from that cave. It must be searched for any sign of Narchuil. This will be no simple feat, for the cave is the home of the Dag Tashhaku, children of Tashhak, who ruled the wood trolls of the north for a time. Look for them in the deepest chamber of the Bar-e-Takir, and determine if Narchuil rests within one of their chambers. Hinder, too, any Angmarim you see searching the cave, and return to me when you have plumbed the deepest chambers and slain the Dag Tashaku. Perhaps you will return with Narchuil, and the search will be at its end. A small fellowship, level 50 small fellowship. Isn't that sweet? Alright, find the entrance. Oh, and that right there might give us... that may give us an indication of what the name of that cave is when we actually go into it. I don't think it came up on our map. Whoops, floaty names. I don't need floaty names. I need the map here. So where are we at? We are way down here. Here's the Erin Singor. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue following. Get away from these noisy frogs. And we'll go back up to that cave that we passed before. I said right up there you'll see the second log that we crossed. So we're not too far down. Just we needed to come actually up the river rather than by the cliffs up there. You notice the game perhaps looks a little better. Everything should look a little smoother and all. But mostly, you should notice a much smoother frame rate. And everything as we're moving along here. Let me get past this waterfall. I don't know how loud it is for y'all, but in my ears it is roaring. So even if y'all are hearing normally, it's going to make me want to talk very loud. There we go. There we go. We found the entrance to Bar-e-Tekir. What does Narchuil lie within? So we definitely needed to talk to him before we could come in. Because as you see, that gives us the next step here. We wouldn't have had that next step. We're going to go into sneak mode. We need to find the southwest room. We find the northern room. And then defeat Dagtashaku. So we can head off in either of these directions. And if we have to fight some scouts or something along the way, I think we would do fine. As long as it's a case of we are not having to fight multiples. But as I said, y'all should notice the frame rate definitely is a lot smoother. There's no jittering, no jaggeds. And I would imagine, I mean, just to me at least, a lot of the surfaces and all look better. I've got anti-aliasing on and anisotropic, everything I can throw at it. I got a new computer this last week when I was off. Spent a good time building it, ordered all the parts, built it myself, and it is a bit of a beast and can really run things quite nicely. Northern Chamber reveals no sign of Narchuil's presence. Perhaps not, but let us go ahead and take on Dagtashaku. Well, I was really hoping to get you... I was really hoping to surprise him and do my backstab, but we'll see how things go. Doesn't look like we're going to have too big of a problem taking him down. He's a tough one, but I think we're a little tougher. And with our burglar heel kicking in like that, we will do okay. Alright. Defeated Dagtashaku. I'm assuming, since it said one of two, there's probably a second one over at the other room we have to look for. Let's go ahead and hit ourselves with this to see if we can get rid of that. Alright, doesn't seem to be affecting us in a negative way. At least as far as being able to sneak. So as long as we can continue to sneak, we will continue to do so. Let's go see if we can find this southwest room now. South's going to be that way, west is going to be that way. Okay. Sounds like everything in here's got bronchitis. Got kind of a hacking cough, and with all this moisture, I can certainly understand why. That's where the next room is, perhaps? Nope, that takes us right back up to where we were. This is quite the confusing little maze here. So where is the southwest room? It's gonna be this way, isn't it? No, this is the same way. Alright, let's look at the map. Ah, there we go. Go this way and keep following that left-hand wall. We missed a turn up here, didn't we? Did not see it. Looks like we should be able to go to the left up here. Yes? Yes, there we are. Glad we got that little mini-map. I would hate to have that turned off and trying to figure this place out just from memory. Did I go this way? What am I missing? I never would have noticed that I had lost this. And there's the next Dagtashuk. So this time, we're going to see if we can fight him as a true burglar should. Backstab. Come on. Gun-stun. There we go. And there's the second Dagtashuk down. We've searched both rooms. We have found no sign of Narchuil's presence. So we will make our way back out of these slimy, damp, stinky caves. And we will go talk back to Laventhyr down the river. So when we are getting back to close to being close to his location, we will talk to you then. As you see, night has fallen while we were within. It's still very early night, but it is night. Let's talk to Laventhyr and say what he is. Report off to him.
What can I do for you?
You have found no signs of Narchuil. I am sorry, Gnarlo, but we may take comfort from this. The Angmarim still search the cave, but we now know it is not to be found within. May their learning of this fact be slow. I am pleased that you defeated the Dagtashuk, for no good could come of their continued growth. Tashak himself caused a great deal of turmoil in Tau Bruinen before he found his way northward, and his children would likely do the same. I am sorry your search here proved fruitless. Did Candleth suggest any other likely sites? So we have level 50 and a shield, 660. We'll go with that. We'll definitely keep the Matham Hunter's jacket, but this is worth more, so to be... And of course we don't have room to do that. Alright, let me take a look at what we can get rid of. We are going to choose Amarthiel, and then we will ride over and look at, see if we can find mule deer and investigate Delosad. And we will see you then. We are on the hill riding down from Delosad. You see, it is nighttime in the Trollshaws, so the place is just crawling with trolls, as usual. Sorry, on the hill down from Candlelet's camp. It's up there on top of that rock, top of that hill. We should see it here in just a moment. It's Garbet's cottage. We're going to cross. I think there is a crossing here. Indeed. And then head back up this way until we get to Delosad. Mulder should be hiding in the bushes right outside of it, as all good rangers and elves do, always hiding, hiding, hiding. There we are. The secrets of Delosad have been lost to the winds of time. Well, there's no point in going any further then, is there? You see, there's Candlelight's camp right up there. In fact, we'll wave at her. Hi, how you doing? Let us talk to Muldeer and see if he can give us any useful information besides the secrets have been lost to time.
Will you hear my sorrows?
Chapter 7, The Door of Delisad. I am pleased to meet you, Gnarlo. I saw you standing with Candleth from afar, but I do not think that you saw my distant greeting. The Angmarim came to Delisad immediately after they arrived, but as far as I know, they did not gain access to the deep places of the ruins. Their efforts to open the door frustrated, they soon moved on to other parts of Tal Bruinen. You should ensure that the door is still secure. It has been for as long as I have known of it, and it will be a comfort to know that the Angmarim did not breach it. And if you would, Gnarlo, defeat some of the Angmarim that have invaded. They have moved their search to other ruins that are scattered throughout Tal Bruinen. This is not a place for Angmarim, and I would have them cast out. Okay, so we are going to find the locked door deep within the ruins of Delisad. Let us go further into it here. I don't know if I finished my comment earlier, but been having problems with YouTube. I currently am suffering from the 95% processing bug. Let us just zoom in here right quick so we can get a good look. I've got 3 videos up right now that are all sitting at 95% processed. 2 of them I have canceled and tried to start up their upload yet again, and they still get stuck at 95% processing and don't go any further. The upload goes fine, just they had that processing bug, so I seriously do not know what to do about it right at the moment. Don't see anything around behind me, although that looks interesting. And as you see, the door looks secure. The Angmarim have not forced it, and we can't get in it. I'm gonna go, both of these seem to have gates. Are the gates closed or the gates open? Is there anything within? Any Angmarim inside? No. Very peculiar. These little gated rooms off here. It looks like there's 3 of them around. One on both sides, one to the south, and then the main door to the north. Most peculiar. Well, let us go back out, talk to Muldeer again, let him know that it appears that the door is still secure, and that the secrets of Delisad are safe at least a little bit longer. So I was saying, 95% bug, yada yada, it's not wanting to process any further. I'm going to get this one edited and get it uploaded later. In fact, as soon as I finish recording it, I'll start working on the editing. So let us hope that it might have better luck, or that the bug gets fixed soon and things actually process correctly.
My heart cannot sing today.
The door is secure. I'm glad to hear it, though it means we are no nearer to learning if Narchuil is hidden somewhere behind it. The key to that door has surely been lost to time, and I do not doubt that if the Angmarim believe Narchuil does lie within Delisad, they will seek to force the door open before long. Did Candleth give you any other sites to search for clues? Yes, we did. The door of Delisad may purchase us some time in which to find Narchuil, if it is hidden at some other location in Tal Bruinen. If it is within Delisad, I must admit that I am at a loss. Even if we could somehow gain entrance to the sealed ruins, how could we remove Narchuil without alerting the Angmarim who patrol Tal Bruinen? Have you tried walking up to it and going, Melon? Just an idea. Right, light armor, 8 silver. Muldeer's knife. You know, you might need this, dude. You might just need this. And it's definitely not any better than my others. And Muldeer's runestone. Alright, looks like we'll go with the hat and sell it back. Now, we need to go all the way back up there and talk to Candleth. You know, if y'all can wave and talk to each other, why don't you just talk to her? I would imagine she can probably hear you with her fine elven ears. So we are going to continue on up. see if we can talk to Candeleth, let her know what has transpired. And once we get back up there, we will let you know. We approach Candeleth once more. I'm sure she watched us down there, and for all I know, may have watched us cross over yonder as well. Who knows with these people with their elf eyes. Book 11, Chapter 7, An Unsavory Air. Do not give up, Gnarlo. I had thought Narchuil might have been the cause of this troubling disquiet that hangs over Erin Singor and Delisad, but it was only a guess. Perhaps the ring does lie deep within Delisad, with no way to gain access to the ruined halls without also allowing in the Angmarum. We must trust to the locked door to delay them while we search elsewhere. But listen, another avenue of search may have opened up to us.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Chapter 8, The Crumbled Cellar. I have been focusing on places around which travelers and my scouts have reported sensations of uneasiness and disquiet, such as the wood troll groves of Erin Singor or the elf ruins of Delisad, but that is only because it was the avenue I felt was open to us. The Angmarum has also been combing the elf ruins throughout Tau Bruinen, and until a few hours ago I assumed this was because they have some information we did not. And yet, if this was so, why would they not focus on one place? If they knew Narchuil to be hidden within Delisad, would they not devote all of their efforts upon it? I am sure they would, and yet they do not, which tells me that the Angmarum do not know the location of Narchuil any more than we. One of my scouts, Idraneth, encountered a small company of Angmarum near the burned-out remains of a cottage not far to the northeast of Eked Kendelath. The Crumbled Cellar, it is called. She defeated the Angmarum and sent word to me, asking if I knew any reason they would show an interest in such a trivial place. The answer is clear. They are searching everything they can in the hope that they find a clue, just as we have done, Gnarlo. I want you to speak with Indraneth and learn what you may. All right, so we will accept that, and that will be our next mission is go over and speak to Indraneth, who I think is on this side of the river. She's on the banks of this side of the river, right across from where the Crumbled Cellar is. So that is what we will do next time. Hopefully, we will also time it so that we will actually be in daylight next time as well. And that's what we're going to call this an episode. Once again, I'm hoping this uploads and processes okay, and that y'all get to see it soon. Thank you for coming along with me. I've enjoyed it. I hope you have. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.